So these are definitely the apps that I highly recommend other iPhone users to definitely check out. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, when it comes to protecting you from like fraud calls and stuff, scammers, the app of choice that I personally like using is Truecaller, caller ID. It knows who's calling you and will actually label that person, that individual of that phone call on your device. And if you miss a missed call, to make sure it's legit, instead of just entering that number on Google, you can always enter it on the app, as it is community driven. Another user using the same app can always update their information in terms of like include their business address and such, and will also be able to label them as a scammer or a reputable brand or company that's actually calling you. The app, once more, is free to download. There is a membership fee, which will remove the ads and will give the user additional tools. But for all users, it's free to download and free to use. But I personally don't have the membership. I just use the free version, and it works extremely well because it does have some iOS integrations, as the main phone app on our iPhone actually is compatible for this, and even iMessage has some unique features that gets integrated with this app downloaded to your device. So that's basically my app of choice when it comes to identifying fraud calls. Now, I would give you screenshots of my main device or screen recording, but to protect people's private information and prevent myself from leaking somebody's information, I'm not screen recording this, so just take my word for it. It's a good app. Now, my number 2 app that I like to use the most is Shazam, the OG Apple app, as this was an app that I had even way back during the iPod Touch 2nd generation day. That was the first app that I installed on my main device, and to this very day, it still is very relevant, and just recently Apple bought them out. And now you may see Shazam is actually integrated on Siri. So yes, you can use Siri to identify songs and such, but the only con when using Siri is that you verbally have to request Siri to identify a song. And if you're inside a store or in your friend's vehicle or something like that, it's just awkward verbally requesting Siri to identify a song. Where it was by launching the Shazam app, you simply just launch it, tap, and it does everything stealthily. And then we'll also keep a history of some of your past Shazam songs you use to identify. So you can listen to that song on your favorite platform when it comes to music streaming. Now, if you're on the Apple Watch, this does support the Apple Watch complication, so you can actually have it dedicated on your main watch face. So if you would quickly want to identify a song in the store, elevator or something, you can just simply tap on the Shazam logo. It will immediately begin identifying, and once more we'll have it all categorized in your Shazam app. So this is my app of choice when it comes to identifying songs on the go. Now, if you're like me and you're tired of having your pockets filled with receipts, cabinets, or whatever storage compartments you have around your household just jam-packed with a lot of receipts, just throw them away after you scan them with this app. The app is called Veryfi. Once more, it's free to download like all the other apps on this list. It lets you scan your receipts on the go, and it uses AI to gather data and will automatically label that receipt, so you don't have to go in and manually name them every time you scan a receipt. It'll automatically label it all for you. And this is extremely beneficial, not just for saving receipts, so if you have to go back and look for one in case you purchase some type of extended warranty, or you're trying to make a return, instead of accidentally grabbing the wrong receipt and bringing it with you to that store, you could quickly search on it on the app. But other ways many users can benefit is business expenses. So this app can be extremely beneficial for work purposes as well. So yeah, this is my app of choice when it comes to saving myself from all the clutter of a bunch of receipts. It immediately eliminates that and has all that basically saved on my iPhone. So next time I'm doing a return, I could quickly pull up that receipt right then and there before the ink magically disappears. I'm sure I'm not the only one that experienced that with a receipt, right? Yeah, save yourself the headache and just scan it before it gets to that point. Now, this next app is called GPU Info. I'm gonna go ahead and screen record and go over the overview of this app because it's actually really cool. So I'm gonna screen record right now. Here's the app right here, GPU Information. So this app actually gives you a lot of information of your current device. So we have our GPU information, our chipset that we're using, the A15 Bionic, as well as the overview of the operating system we're on, iOS 16, and our main device is an iPhone 13 Pro. So here we can monitor the RAM, the battery life, and if you go click on it, notice it gives us additional information of the battery itself. So the max capacity, the watts per hour, all that good stuff. CPU usage as well, so about 19 to 20 is what we're floating around. The amount of cores we have, screen information as well. And the cool thing is you could also go down to the specs of each lens sensors that you have on your iPhone. So this is 13 Pro, we can select one. It will actually tell you the aperture, the focus distance, and even more stuff down here in terms of supported features. You just click on the lens, everything is all nicely organized. And of course you can see the resolution of your display right here. So if you're looking for an exact resolution spec for a wallpaper, you could go ahead and enter that information right there. But it doesn't just end there. You can monitor your storage, and you can also check out the other sensors as well, like your compass, make sure everything's working properly. But in addition to that, you have your network data down here. And if your device is acting funny, you can actually run dummy tests too. So like you could test the display. So if you're not sure if your display has like a dead pixel, you can quickly run this test. Tap on the screen, you can verify indeed if you do have a dead pixel or not. You can also test like the multi-touch, the flashlight, loudspeaker, earpiece, basically everything, including the vibration motor, accelerometer. So before you take your device to Apple, I highly recommend downloading this app, test it, verify it yourself. So next time when you bring it to Apple, you actually have some proof of your own to quickly diagnose the issue with Apple, so you can resolve your phone issue right away instead of having to spend like an hour there. Eliminate that time, but just giving them the data that you personally have gathered. So yeah, this is definitely a useful app for those situations. Or maybe you're just a tech savvy person, you just love information like this. This is a cool app, which follow along to the next app really well. But first, I like to say a quick thank you to Rhinoshield. No, they didn't sponsor today's video, but they did send us these cool cases for us to look at, as well as providing us a cool discount code for my viewers. So if you use this code right now, you'll save 10% off of your next purchase. They did send us a handful of different cases for us to check out. So right now, I'm using Rhinoshield latest MagSafe compatible series cases. They add additional strength to the current MagSafe on our device, which is absolutely amazing because now whenever I attach MagSafe attachments on my iPhone, the magnet strength is stronger than previously than when it was bare with just the iPhone magnets that it has. And this being a Rhinoshield product, this does give us the freedom to swap out the power buttons and volume buttons to different colors that we like. As they sell these little different bumper replacements, you can swap your device. So if you want to have like your own personalized theme to your device, you can customize it more by doing that. Now the case that I'm personally using is the PewDiePie version. The reason being is because this bumper edge actually matched extremely well with the iPhone 13 Sierra Blue. And then since this is the Mod Case NX, I could swap this back plate, and I swapped it with a clear one so you could really show off that Sierra Blue color. But Rhinoshield did recently release the new clear cases, which gives us the freedom to actually swap the camera bumper, give your device your own personal taste. But they also come available in a variety of different design themes to choose from. Then if you're a fan of Funko Pops, you may want to check out their Grip Mini as well as the Grip Max. It sticks on the case with adhesive and it just pops out just like so. So you have additional grip when you're holding the device and less likely to easily fall off your hand. But yeah, my main build is the PewDiePie one with the clear back, and this is the build that I'm using on my daily driver on my iPhone 13 Pro. Again, links to their accessories will be in the description down below, and use that discount code to save 10%. Now, System Status is the name of the next app. And just like the previous GPU information app, System Status basically allows us to actually have widgets. But when you launch the main app, again, it gives us all the information about our main iPhone, including our storage, memory, how our CPU is doing, the GPU with the cores and such. When you hit the widget, these are the widgets that actually comes available for free. So you can monitor your storage, your memory, as well as your Wi-Fi upload speed and such. So yeah. Just simply hold down the edge, a widget mode, tap the plus, scroll down, and here is the network widget that's available due to this app. So yeah, we got memory and the storage. So if your device is running low on storage like mine is, this does give us the ability to always monitor our device so we have enough footage to record whatever we're trying to record and delete some old footage before we actually hit record to prevent our iPhone from stop and end recording in case the storage is full. So you can always monitor it right there and prevent that from happening. Now, if you move somewhere far recently, you may miss the radio stations you had access to around your local area in the place that you used to live. So Radio Guardian, this is the app that I personally like using because this actually allows you to freely browse the entire world, not just the United States, but the entire world. You can actually pin down the radio station and listen to it right there live. In addition to that, you can always have the freedom to actually use the search bar and type in the radio station you want to listen to in particular, bookmark it that way, and it'll actually save like a library right here. So I used to be around the Stockton area, and KWIN was one of the few radio stations that I used to listen to on a daily basis when I just had nothing to listen to. And now, even though I'm like over 100 miles away from that area, I can still go back and listen to it right here. And the cool thing is, yes, some of these radio stations do have their own independent app that you can use to listen to them this way. But if you have a variety of different radio stations you just want to save and bookmark in one single app, this is definitely the app you want to check out. And the cool thing is, it works overseas too. So if I go to China or India or Africa or something like that, I could listen to that live radio station right then and there on my main device. Now, if you have an iPhone that has multiple cameras, front, rear, like a setup like this, and you want to record 2 cameras or more at once, I highly recommend checking out DoubleTake. DoubleTake is an amazing app, especially for vloggers, because this actually allows you to actually record from 2 different cameras. So by tapping the little camera icon right down here, you can switch between the selfie camera and the main one to be like a wide camera or something like that as a fine example. And select a different layout you like. So if you want a picture-in-picture, just make sure you hit picture-in-picture and hit confirm. And just like that, we are recording with 2 camera apps at the same time. So if I'm a vlogger or something like that, also I can move things around too. If I'm a vlogger, I can record myself and also record what the front facing camera is showing. The back facing camera is showing, And if I want to quickly switch like the different layout, I could just always tap right here. So it's a really cool app. It's partnered by Apple, so it's free to download. There's no ads or anything like that. Thanks to that partnership. This was one of the apps that was featured alongside the release was the iPhone 12. And to this very day, it works extremely well. You can also change the FPS rate down here if you want 30 FPS. Hit confirm and instantly just starts recording. And you have the shutter button right here, which will turn on the recording and it will toggle the recording. And you could just record yourself. So yeah, if you're a vlogger or something like that, or you find this tool to be extremely useful for your profession or whatever the situation is, I highly recommend checking out DoubleTake if you're trying to use 2 cameras at the same time on your iPhone on the go. Aside from that, there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be sure to include these app links in the video description down below, so they're all literally a click away. Hopefully you got some really good usage out of these apps and made your life easier. If it did, greatly appreciate if you could actually leave this video a like. It still help me out a lot. And get subscribed, especially if you enjoy a lot of tech videos just like this. Now, if you wish to watch more, feel free to check out this video over here as I go through 100+ hidden features you could do with the Apple Watch that a lot of people don't know about. Highly recommend checking out that video if you have an Apple Watch. And that video over there, that is just the video YouTube is recommending specifically for you. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya.